to episode 241. Why does it say 241 here, man? We're 242.
242.
Like,
you have the wrong document.
I just did my double check. I did not do Off our Gaming Meal podcast, 242. Anyways, that's the first time in 240 episodes. So,
That is the first time, or maybe the second time ever we've had the number wrong.
As always, we are here to deliver whatever we can deliver. Some gaming-related news and discussions in the form of a 3-course meal. I'm one of your hosts, Manny, and I'm here with Eric.
What is up, my gamers? Somebody has to do it.
Yeah. And, so in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards predictions, right? Game Awards are in, 2 days, right?
2 days. Yeah, tomorrow, no. Tomorrow, right?
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Not the 11th?
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably do a real-time stream. I'll see if I can do that, actually. I really just thought about it.
Yeah, set it up.
Yeah.
But before we get into our predictions and talking about the Game Awards, we're going to be talking about our appetizers or brief discussions and current gaming news. Take it away, bro.
All right, so for this week's appetizers and gaming... All right, so for this week's appetizers and gaming discussions, we're going to talk about first the big news out of entertainment itself. It's not, it's a very, very big deal. It's as big as when Microsoft acquired Activision. And that is that Netflix has apparently won a bidding war to acquire Warner Brothers for $82.7 billion, and it includes a bunch of other things. But basically Netflix is going to be acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery. Obviously, this doesn't include the idea of this hostile takeover that Paramount is trying to do. And if you don't know what a hostile takeover is, it's basically Wall Street terminology for I'm going to offer you more per stock than the person that agreed to buy you, and see if the stockholders just agree to the higher price. Basically, it's like, I'm going to buy this house from you. You have an agreement that you're going to buy this house. And somebody comes over and says, I'll pay you $50K more. You're like, do you break the contract and get the more money? And there's a bunch of other things, right? But for now, let's assume Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers, because that is the current proposal deal. And we wanted to talk about it from both a entertainment perspective and also gaming eyes. So, Manny, what is your first reaction when you kind of heard about this?
Dude, we're literally just gonna have two companies fighting each other, which is just gonna be Disney versus Netflix. Like that is our future. That is just just those two. No more. No space for no more.
At the end, there can be only one. Yeah, it's gonna be those two eventually.
Yeah, pretty much.
An Apple.
This is what the biggest transaction in history, right? Like
something like that.
Acquisition, right? What the 80 was it like 86 billion was it or
82 billion? There's like 72 for Warner Brothers Discovery, and there's like 10 billion in debt or something. Basically, Warner Brothers is in debt. Warner Brothers owes money, like 10 billion. So whoever buys them has to pay that and then pay whatever they're worth, kind of thing. That's what it seems like. So
yeah, that's how that shit works.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like it works that way, because it's like, well, if you owe your debt, can't I just pay your debt and own you? But no, you have to pay 72 billion on top of it. I'm like, damn. Hey, just real quick to give you the idea, the deal would give Netflix over 420 million streaming subscribers worldwide, and that's what Warner Brothers has. Warner Brothers, if you don't track, basically owns HBO, right? So any HBO shows like Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Netflix would own. They also own a lot of other, particularly Warner Brothers companies. There's a whole giant list. I think I sent it at one point. It's a crazy big list. Let me see if I can find it. But in the meantime, gaming related, they would own things like Mortal Kombat, right? Like the IP, like the studios behind it, but also the IP. The studios would include things like Rocksteady, TT Games, which do the Lego games. So the Lego games would be under their umbrella. or they don't own Lego, but they own the games, right? Same thing with Hogwarts and the Harry Potter IP. They would own the right to do those games, and a bunch of other things. And DC Comics. DC Comics is honestly one of the biggest things. Because they would actually own DC Comics outright. They would own Superman. They would own Batman. They would own all those things. You know that I want to use those, right? Batman, a Netflix exclusive. Heck yeah. What do you think of all those things? Or what's the most interesting IP that they acquired?
Lord of the Rings. I mean, they didn't acquire Lord of the Rings IP. They acquired it once. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they could do something interesting with it.
Wait, doesn't the Lord of the Rings be owned by Amazon?
No. The Lord of the Rings is still owned by, what's it called? It's like its own company. They like Middle Earth Productions or something like that.
Yeah, Middle Earth. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. So as far as I know, they still own it, and they gave. I don't know how it works, but like they gave part of the Silmarillion, like the rights, to Amazon, and then but not Lord of the Rings. like maybe they allowed them to use the Lord of the Rings name for that, but
yeah.
It's not the Lord of the Rings.
It's so interesting the way the IPs work. Because for example, and I'm sorry, I'm going Marvel, which would be talking DC Comics, but like Marvel sold the movie rights to Sony in perpetuity. Sony owns Spider-Man in the movie theater, right? But they don't own the comics. They don't own the video games, even though they're making the video games because they made offhand agreements, right? So, I'm assuming all these are complicated because Harry Potter is owned by the author, right? Probably.
Yeah, it's still owned by.
They probably own outright Mortal Kombat. Like they completely own it if they bought this, right? They wouldn't own Harry Potter.
Mortal Kombat for sure. Like stuff like that. Mortal Kombat, yeah, like they own it. Probably a bunch of other IP, right? But like, they just don't straight up own a lot of these other ones. Like I'm pretty sure Harry Potter is just a licensing agreement, and like Lord of the Rings licensing agreement.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong; they're big licensing agreements because those are big IPs. But,
yep. Oh, I found the list of big IPs, or at least apparently IPs, movies, and companies that Netflix will acquire if they buy Warner Brothers. That would include things like Friends, the TV show, Mad Max.
Oh God.
The Matrix.
They're gonna revive Friends.
Oh yeah, for sure. Friends, the comeback. Even everything like from Adult Swim or Looney Tunes, they would own those things.
Yeah, I remember seeing Looney Tunes in there.
Yep. So things like Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, all those things they would own. Bugs Bunny, they would own those things.
I mean, those don't have a ton of value these days. I feel like Looney Tunes, sadly, the IP is small.
True, but it's still like a classic IP-ish kind of thing. I don't know, right?
Yeah, they could try to use it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like it has a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people, but like it just has no. The young crowd has like next to no idea about it, as far as I'm aware, right? Like,
yeah, I found other things here interesting, like the Big Bang Theory. They would own that. Just that and Friends, just basically 24/7 Netflix subscription for those two huge shows.
Yeah, pretty much.
And not to mention The Sopranos or things like that. So yeah.
I mean, we could talk about what we think it'll happen to the gaming division.
Yeah, let's do that. I think I found that
because like that was part of the deal. That was part of the deal.
Yeah,
and apparently, literally today or yesterday, like there were news that said, right, like Netflix doesn't consider them like.
Yeah, there was a very direct news that basically Netflix said they didn't consider the video game developers at all. Like it had zero value to them when they acquired the Warner Brothers. When they were making this bid, they were like, we don't even care. And if you look at the history of Netflix with gaming, and this is where it gets kind of tricky, it's not good at all because Netflix is give me something quick, and Netflix started they bought like a studios in the past, right? And it's basically more like you can't make big games. You need to make something short, quick, mobile crap. 6 months, get it out. You cannot make AAA games anymore. So I'm actually kind of worried for these big studios like Rocksteady, Avalanche. Is it Avalanche? No, not Avalanche. That's Microsoft. I'm thinking of others. NetherRealm or other studios.
Isn't Avalanche the Harry Potter devs though?
Yeah. Those the Harry Potter devs. Yeah. So all those studios have to be shaking in their boots. It's like, oh god. And I found this fascinating because somebody online was basically commenting like, imagine that you're Netflix, you buy Warner Brothers, including the video game department, and you own something like Hogwarts Legacy, which sold 30 million copies in like a year and a half.
Yep.
Like the biggest selling game of the year. And you're like, oh, I don't even care about that. I'm like, how? Like, video games are a huge thing. This thing sold very well. Make another one. Literally, it's the obvious thing for any CEO is like, ooh, we were very successful in this. And no CEO, no developer wants to be like, we should do that again. It's like, we should be successful again. It's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand.
They should see the numbers, right? And if 30 million copies sold is lucrative, they should pursue that kind of thing, right? Or like same thing with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat sells well. It's a big IP. So like, if Mortal Kombat sells well, they should keep making Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
Mind you, I hate the corporate aspect of it, which will eventually become boiled down to. But
look, part of me would be happy if they own DC Comics, because remember the Batman cartoons back in the day, and they made a bunch of Batman animated shows after that time. There's like an Amazon exclusive one that came out last year. And if Netflix got those IPs, I'm assuming they would start doing, like a Batman Justice League animated series. Keep that shit going, because like for Infinity, right? Season 4, Season 5, Season 7 of the Batman animated show shouldn't be that difficult. It's Batman. It's Justice League. It's DC Comics. There's plenty of content. And there's plenty of examples of success making animated shows for those. But that's just me. I would like to see that happen, but we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more worried about the games and the...
Yeah, the games are just...
Those
rough.
devs, dude, they're like on thin ice now, basically. Like NetherRealm, which has been around forever. One of the oldest, right, dev studios.
They are crazy old. They've never done anything more than Mortal Kombat. They've been good at it, right? Like Mortal Kombat has sold very well, except for probably maybe the last one in terms of expectations. But it's Mortal Kombat is a very big IP. We have another movie coming out next year.
But yeah, like NetherRealm could be going under. I mean, Rocksteady already shit the bed thanks to Suicide Squad. So like, I don't know about that anymore.
If I'm in Rocksteady, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You were in before. Now you're in straight up. I don't want to curse in this podcast, but you're not in a good spot. Let's just say that. If you're in Rocksteady, you were not good before. But WB, yes. Montreal.
Yeah. Gotham Knights. Yeah, they're also like,
Yep. Those studios are like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. The weather does not look nice today.
What the hell are they working on? Like, we haven't seen anything from these. I assume Hogwarts too.
We may know tomorrow.
The Wonder Woman game was canceled, right?
Canceled. Or was it that game was canceled.
Or was it
canceled?
Right. So, like, what are what?
Not enough microtransactions.
And WB Montreal like working on, and I guess the Lego studio is probably working on another Lego game, but
yeah, another Lego game is kinda a good bet. We got a Lego Batman game, right? Announced.
Like recently, you mean? I have no idea.
There one?
We have like 6 Lego Batman games. Like
I don't know. I thought they were gonna make a new one. That's okay. All right, let's move on. Warner Brothers being acquired. We could talk more about this, but we've already been, and I'm trying to keep us moving forward. So that was the discussion on Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers. Maybe Paramount owns them. I don't know. Let them fight. It's kind of my take on that.
Paramount making a bid like 5 times their complete, worth is funny.
That is very funny. Yeah, Warner Brothers is bigger than Paramount, by the way. That is literally like
Yeah.
I don't have an example, but it's like a smaller company trying to buy a bigger company. And I'm like, we will outbid the big guy. And I'm like, how? Where did that money come from? But hey, I can only think of and the next segment will tell you where the money is coming from. All right. So the second news for this week in Appetizer, we are going to talk about this news from a major manufacturer for RAM chips, and that is Micron. And this is more like an industry news as well, but it's related to gaming, and that is because they are saying that they are exiting the consumer memory business and focusing on chips just for AI data centers. The reason this is an issue with gaming is because if you haven't been paying attention this last 6 months to a year, the price of RAM for gaming or for consumers in general has quadrupled this year. A stick that would cost you $150, $200 is now $600 to $800. Easy. Go to Newegg, go to Amazon. The prices are astronomical. And apparently it's going to get worse. People are saying this isn't nothing. It's going to get much worse in the next 2 or 3 years. I cannot imagine this future, but it's a gaming related thing where we want to talk about the hardware, particularly in the PC gaming, particularly because we're transitioning as we get older to more PC gaming focus. I'm assuming you are, Manny, right? So Gilberto, our co-host, is also on that boat. So yeah, this alarms me. So what do you think of this, and what's your take?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty bullshit. I haven't seen this video that like what is it, Gamers Nexus made, where
Yes.
like they are pretty much saying like it's quite corrupt what's going on.
Yes, it is.
And like that would make a ton of sense to like how they're controlling the market, the prices, like this quote unquote exit to go into AI, like that, all that stuff. It's pretty BS, man. Like it's RAM. RAM should not be worth that much money. Like memory in general should be on the cheaper side. You're not your third most expensive component.
Yeah.
Just behind the CPU on the GPU, right? And like
yeah, it shouldn't be. It never was. It was always very cheap to get RAM. It's like, RAM is the one thing I can easily upgrade.
You just put some RAM and put it on there. Like you're like, it's just an easy modification and upgrade, like or right to the to your rig.
Yeah.
But now it's like, holy hell.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It is pretty alarming, and I'm really looking at a chart here. I'm in with like Windows Central. They have an article from yesterday. Like they picked up a specific type of RAM in just the last 3 months. 3 months ago, this stick of RAM, and I'm looking at it here. It's a 64 gigabyte Corsair Vengeance DDR5 RAM kit. It went for $205, like $204.99, right? 3 months later, right now, the same stick on Amazon, same site. It is now $879.
That's insane.
From 204 to 879. It's more than quadruple. It is insane. the increase. That's what I'm saying. Like, this news alarmed me. When I saw this news, particularly the Micron one, this is why we added it in here to kind of talk about it. This is the one that triggered me. I'm like, oh God, no. Because if you see a major developer of this exit the market altogether, you know it's bad. And you know they're basically chasing the money, unfortunately. It's the
yeah. And NVIDIA, stuff like NVIDIA saying to your GPU partners, right? Like the people that actually like create the GPUs, like, we're no longer gonna supply you guys with the
Bro, you're cut off there. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Your audio's coming off a little weird. At least maybe on my end. It sounded like robotic and far away. Sorry. Maybe cut back up. Maybe it's like a lag thing. Can you try again?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you're the one recording, so it matters what you hear, not what I hear or what I say.
Can you repeat the last 10, 20 seconds? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying that, and even NVIDIA like stopped helping their partners with the VRAM, right? Like they would apparently supply the VRAM before, and now they're no longer doing that. They're just like, no, you're gonna have to find it yourself.
That's crazy, man. This is a very alarming, because this means everything, and I mean everything, is gonna go up. And I'm talking everything, not just PC gaming. We're talking hard consoles in the future. Don't be surprised if this affects something like the Switch in the future, or the next Xbox, the next PlayStation, etc., etc. Like badly, like really bad. So, and apparently, again, from what I'm seeing, there's no shortage. This is gonna be until 2028. That's what I saw. So like prices are gonna increase. I'm like, how is it gonna be 2-3 years of this? But again, I have no idea. Right now, I'm enjoying. I just bought a computer, pretty weak. Right, it's not that strong. But right now, games aren't really pushing it to the point that I need the latest 5080 to run Cyberpunk or something, So I was like, okay, I'm good. And I have such a backlog anyway that it's gonna run anything that I own. So, all right, any final thoughts on this?
Nah, we can move on, man. It's just rough. Like, man, it's a bad. Like, it just feels bad for gaming. Like, I mean, bad in general.
Bad for
if we're talking
consumers, for anything electronic. Yeah. It's just horrible. Yeah. And this is in addition to the price of everyday living, which is beyond horrible, honestly. I was talking to our dad today, and that's the first thing we started ranting about. So, all right. Last but not least, last appetizer, and this will lead us to our main course, is an interesting article, a fun thing, and again, this is like a layup, where the Hollow Knight developers were apparently being asked what are their expectations for the Game Awards, do they expect to win? And they were very honest in saying that, and I quote, "I think we're safe this year. I think Expedition 33, it's exceptional and broadly palatable. We are on the knife's edge, where it appeals to some and infuriates others." End quote. So basically they're saying Expedition 33 is exceptional. I don't even know what we're going to do. And I think I love this for when developers look at other games and be like, that game's legit. I miss that. I miss seeing these kind of things. So
yeah, instead of going like, oh, that is unrealistic. Don't remember when Baldur's Gate came out?
Yes, so bad.
Like, it is unrealistic for anybody to think that people could make games of that caliber. I was like, what do you mean? It exists.
It exists. It's right there. They're smaller than you. They're the Paramount of Warner Brothers, and they're doing it. So yeah, I mean, I first of all, I like this idea of having interviews of developers, and I was like, hey, tell me what you think about this other game, and be honest. Hey, I played it. I think it's fun. They mentioned that our game appeals to some and it infuriates others. I love that line because it's like Silksong developers. They're like, we know what we're doing. We're gonna have haters. Like, and I might be partially one of them, even though I like that game. I think it's still difficult, but that's just me. Yeah, Expedition 33 is also it came out of nowhere. By the way, that's their first studio game for that studio, and it is exceptional. There's no other word for it other than outstanding. So, what any other thoughts on this? I think we can move over to the main course if you want. So,
I mean, it's like I like that you said that maybe we should interview developers more and like what they think of other games, ask gamers themselves, right? Like it's kind of an interesting idea to think or to get that information from those creators, from those artists, right? Like,
yeah, because sometimes you mentioned the quote from Baldur's Gate 3, and that's the Electronic Arts, by the way. Electronic Arts was asked, and they were like, "Oh, it's unrealistic to expect to be able to do that." And I'm like, "Why not? Like, why not? Why can't you do that?" Yeah, I find it interesting. I that's what I'm saying. I've always been interested in hearing developers talk about other games, particularly from a design point of view also, but also from a gameplay point of view, which is like, what do you think of how it plays? Because I find it interesting. Like when Kojima is notorious for this. He'll talk about all the games. He'll mention, I think this game is good. I think this game is X. I like that about developers. I like that he does it. I like that he's paying attention to what other games are doing. But he does his own thing. Right? So I appreciate it. Yeah. I like interviews like this.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. With that, I'm going to use this as a layup. And we are going to wrap up our appetizers for this week. For this week's main course, we are going to basically talk about the Game Awards. We covered the nominees a few episodes ago. Tomorrow is the Game Awards. We will be able to see the final reveals. More likely than not, I prefer more the potential new game announcements, because we always got a lot of those for it, to see where it goes. We actually have at least 2 big games that we know of. I won't spoil them here unless you're interested, Manny. There's 2 games that are officially going to be there tomorrow, because we know officially because they said that we're going to be there tomorrow. Please watch, right?
I mean, you can spoil them. Why not spoil them?
Well, at this point, by tomorrow, it's going to be too late. Right? Okay, fine. I will do it. Okay, and we'll start with at least those that I remember. And again, there's probably others. I can't keep track of everything that's going to be announced. But at least we know the new Tomb Raider game is going to be shown tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yep. And that's clear because basically they announced that's like, pay attention to the Game Awards for this. And it's an image in shadow shape of Lara Croft. Right, and they basically mention the Tomb Raider series continues, etc., etc. The other one, and this was a very interesting. Did you hear about this mystery statue in the desert?
Yeah.
You heard about this?
Yeah, and okay. I also hear that it was refuted, like what people thought what it was.
Yes. Did you hear? You hear what it was, right? You heard at least the original rumors. What did you hear originally? Like rumors?
Yeah, they said that it's Divinity. Original Sin or Divinity 3.
Mm.
That's it.
Yes. So here's the trick. When that thing came out, the big statue, literally out of nowhere, almost. Other than Knightley, right, the host of the Game Awards, he posted a tweet, which apparently were some coordinates, and then people found this in the middle of the desert. It apparently glows in the dark. It's kind of cool. It's a very weird, statue full of like bodies, corpses, crocodiles, animals, etc., etc. So people were thinking God of War, but like Egypt or something. I saw that rumor, and that was refuted by the God of War team. Then Diablo, of course, because it really looks very Diablo, and they said no, it's not us. And even the Lords of the Fallen team was like, we appreciate being considered, but it is not us. And at that point, the internet started running out of ideas, and there was a trademark. You mentioned Divinity, right?
Yeah.
And I don't believe them. I don't know if you saw the Divinity, the copyrights that they have found, no? Or
yeah, I saw the supposed copyrights.
Okay, yeah. You probably saw this. You keep your head on the ground. So I'm like, I'm sorry, man. It's like one-on-one that image. So I do believe it's Divinity. I still believe it's Divinity. Nobody's gonna convince me otherwise. But yeah, the developer basically went in to say, and I just had the code here. I don't know if you have it in front of you. But he basically said, we have no plans to show any new Divinity at this point or something. I'm trying to
wasn't there like a reference to a toilet or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's what he wrote. I think it's I'm trying to read here or super speed run this, but basically one of the directors of the game, right, for the studio, he basically said there aren't currently any plans for a new Divinity Original Sin 3 game. But once we're ready to show what we've been working on, we will. That might still be tomorrow, buddy. That is not a denial. That is a new Divinity. He just said it's not Divinity 3. By the way, we'll know more tomorrow. We'll know for sure. But that's basically the rumors. My computer, for some reason, doesn't want to go back, so I need to open up a new browser while I Google some of the stuff. But let's go over quick predictions as to what do you expect to see. I'm already happy with Tomb Raider. You know me. I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. Huge. So I'm already set. Like the awards is already satisfied. I'm already happy no matter what happens tomorrow. But what are your expectations, both for the awards and also for predictions, surprises you may want to see or something?
Are we going straight into predictions, or what do I want to see? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
are they both the same? This is where it's like I might predict something that I don't want to see. But
for example, okay, actually, I like that idea. Please tell me that. But before I go, I forgot one last one.
No. I'm going happy path today on predictions. I'm not gonna predict trash.
No trash. Okay, real quick. We do know Resident Evil Requiem is gonna be there tomorrow. By the way, that was also announced by Capcom.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that. Sorry. Okay. All right, so let's go. What do you think?
All right, so let's jump into the predictions.
Yeah.
This one kind of brought to you by a very recent tweet from Wario64.
Oh, I love this. Yeah. Wario's my man. Okay.
Where apparently Wario World is now available on the GameCube, Nintendo Switch Online.
I saw this. The Nintendo expansion, new games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going, please. All right.
So I'm just gonna go for it and say that Nintendo announces a new Wario game tomorrow. And this is a lot of leeway. Could be Wario World, could be Wario Land. I want a Wario Land. Okay, it's been forever.
Oh, Wario Land would be amazing.
My Wario Land.
Yep.
Or it could be another WarioWare for some reason. I don't think it should be that. They've done 2 of those in kind of recent memory.
Yep. I totally see that. I totally expect that. Yeah, Nintendo's showing that it's interesting because apparently there's going to be new eShop games tomorrow. And Nintendo usually will show something small, at least in this show, right? They won't go crazy, but they'll show something. Didn't they show like a Zelda at one point or something?
They have. It's on the rare side because they have the directs, but occasionally they have. I remember like famously where they showed the like Smash Brother announcement of Joker, right, from Persona 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? Nobody expected that at all. Metroid Prime 4 was originally announced at the way long ago at the Game Awards, right?
Yes.
In it as well.
Yes.
3, right? Like they have done some announcements for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I do like that. I do expect something from Nintendo, but something small like that I think fits within what I would expect for them to see. They're not gonna reveal anything major, but I would expect something like some DLC for some game, or something for the expansion pack, right, or something like that, or a new software update for Alarmo. Who knows? Nintendo. It's possible, actually. It's actually very highly possible. All right. Real quick, you want me to go with one or?
Yeah, you could go. We'll do like 3 each or something.
You know, now that I think about it, you mentioned Nintendo, and here's what I wanted to talk. We've had good, or at least I think From has been good to show up in the Game Awards. From Software.
Yeah, I had a thought that like From Soft is due. Yes. I wanted to save it for my next year predictions more than the Game Awards, but yeah, I was thinking about that one. I just wasn't gonna pull the trigger. But if you pull the trigger,
I'm pulling the trigger. But I'm pulling the trigger on the Nintendo side of it, which is Duskbloods.
Oh, the Duskbloods. Dude, I was gonna go all in.
Well, yeah, I know, but the thing is, it fits both. It gives us From Software, and it gives us the Nintendo thing 2 in 1.
Yeah.
And it's due for something. And I'm assuming it's From's idea went to show something rather than Nintendo's.
Nothing Elden Ring, which is what probably most people expect. I was gonna go all in on like Dark Souls 4. I'm gonna go back to Dark Souls. I'm gonna get Dark Souls.
The statue could be Dark Souls. I thought my first reaction to the statue is like Dark Souls 4. But
Hell, dude, I think a Sekiro 2, man. Like that would be fucking sick too.
Man,
but
Sekiro's such a hard game too. Hey, Sekiro with co-op, please. Sekiro with co-op. Yeah, interesting. All right, so I went with Dust Bloods. That would be my prediction.
That's pretty good. It's kind of weird that it wasn't in their last direct too. Like no updates on it, and it's supposed to come out next year. And it's like, okay, what's up with that? Yeah, that's fitting. And FromSoft, like you said, has made multiple announcements at the Game Awards.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. They made the announcements, and they're due. And I'm like, you know what? It's as easy as it gets.
6, right, was announced at Game Awards. Like Bloodborne was announced at Game Awards. Sekiro was announced at Game Awards. I think it was Sekiro, not Bloodborne, but still, like you know, they've had a.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. What else?
I am not gonna take the FromSoft.
No, don't take it.
I am instead going Capcom. This is kind of a safety.
Okay.
To me, this is my safe prediction. I'm not saying like. By the way, the Resident Evil Requiem now shows like Leon, like an older Leon in the background. Like what? Like what? Just spoiled it, man. Like we kind of knew Leon had to come back. I feel like.
Yeah.
But they supposed to. Anyways, it's not Resident Evil related. It is Monster Hunter related. And that they will announce the expansion.
Really? You think the expansion's coming that quick?
Is it that quick? It's been a year. They could announce it and then say like early 2027 or some shit. I don't think it's gonna be coming that soon, but I think it's probably cooked enough. So
I agree with you there. If there's just an announcement, like it's coming late 2026, maybe 2027, yeah.
Yeah, like my kind of logic or reasoning is like Gnasios, which is like he is the final boss of Monster Hunter 4, I think, if I remember correctly. He is the next drop, and it's probably the last big drop for the original Wilds before moving into Iceborne, or you know what I mean, the expansion, the G rank.
Yeah.
Master rank, whatever they call it now. So like, they could drop the announcement and you know, go like the Masters is live and here's your teaser for the expansion land, right? Like the G rank area and the G rank monsters. I'll be sick. I would like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's doable. I think that makes sense.
I think it makes sense. I think it definitely is doable. That studio has been working for a while. Monster Hunter came out early last year, right? Was it last year? Not this year.
No, early this year.
This year.
That came out this year.
You're being too greedy then. I think you're being too greedy. I thought that's coming.
So, dude. Like they normally, I gotta look at the release window between the last two games. But the G rank expansions are like a year after at most.
Oh, is it like a year after? I thought it was like 2 years after each one, but maybe I don't remember. Cool.
I'll check between like 4 and 4U. But yeah, you could go like next.
I got one. And it's a wider prediction, but I'm gonna try to be specific, right? But it's still, I'm expecting a Star Wars game to be shown from the ones that we've already been announced. Either Star Wars Zero Company, which is that turn-based tactics game from EA, or Star Wars Eclipse, which is the Quantic Dreams Infinity game, or something shown about the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake that was announced and rebooted, or Star Wars Jedi Survivor 3 from Respawn. One of those 4 things have already been announced. One of the 4 has to be shown tomorrow. An update. That's what my prediction.
I made this prediction in the last time we were making predictions where it's like anything Star Wars.
Yeah, but I'm picking those specific words. Anything Star Wars, yeah, but come on.
No. I mean, I think they're due. Like, there's a fucking bunch of Star Wars projects.
It's 4 of them. I can't keep in track. I'm like, what's 4 big games? Something. Even Zero Company. I'll take a release date, please.
Yeah, they've been announced 3 to 4 years, and there's no fucking.
These are all announced. These are not new, right? These are all announced. Yeah. They all exist. Give me one of the 4. An update. Even a CGI trailer. Even We're Still Alive, Knights of the Old Republic, 2028 trailer. It's like, hey. But that's my prediction. Like, I need to see something for Star Wars. Come on. You guys need to come back and show something. Anybody. If it's a new Star Wars game, it's like, fine. But it's like 5 games now from Star Wars that it's like, it's too many. You need to show an update to one of the ones you already have. That's just my prediction. Sorry. What do you think?
Yeah. No,
anything else?
Yeah. No, I've been there with you on that one. I've had that a thought before.
Yeah. Dreams. All right. Anything else? Yeah.
All right. So we could do one more each. I have one more. I know that Double Fine just released a game like a month ago. Completely. Most people probably didn't even fucking know or forgot. Yeah, exactly. I haven't touched it, dude. Like
I need to make time for it. As many other games.
Yeah, but I think that's a little side project, and their main team has been kind of quiet for a bit.
Yeah,
and I think they're kind of big, dude. Like Psychonauts came out 2019, I want to say. Psychonauts 2. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, it's not new. It's not recent. It's 2019, 2020. Yeah, has
2021. Okay, so I'm
2021. Okay.
A couple. But I was saying Monster Hunter. By the way, Monster Hunter World to Monster Hunter Iceborne was 1.5 years, like from launch to launch, and Rise was like a little bit under 2 years, but Rise had like the development issues with COVID. So like that's a bit to be expected. Anyways. So they could announce it, and even if it comes out the next year, not going to happen. Back to Psychonauts. I think their next project is due as well. So I want like whatever the hell Double Fine has been working on that isn't the Keeper side project. I'd be very surprised if like Keeper was like their main thing, and then Microsoft just didn't do anything about it. That'd be kind of fucking weird. So.
Man, I keep saying that you have that studio. My brain froze. Double Fine, and you have Banjo-Kazooie, and you're like, do you not want to do something with this, buddies? Come on, please.
They have.
And speaking of Banjo-Kazooie, I'll talk about it when I get to my search for it. Yeah, it's such an interesting thing. By the way, there's so many games that have been semi-announced that we could see updates from. I have like a list here of even some like predictions. It's huge. There's a ton of games that are rumored, speculations. We're gonna probably see some 1 or 2 big games that we don't know about yet. From even if it's Divinity or Tomb Raider, right? We're gonna see 2 or 3 more like big things tomorrow. I'm expecting a big show in terms of like we're gonna have 4 or 5 big announcements, honestly, in my opinion. So were you done with your Double Fine prediction? Just something new for them?
It's just whatever a Double Fine game, yeah. Like, and what's weird is like Microsoft has like their big yearly reveals like in January. So like sometimes they do the announcement at the Game Awards, and then like in January they expand on it. Like I think they did that for Indiana Jones. I think it was for Indiana Jones that they did recently. So like that would make sense that they have like big announcement, and then like in another month or 2 like that they go a deep dive into it. And like I said, Double Fine 4 years they could announce they could announce a game, proper game. I want to see what they're working on.
Yeah. All right, I could have gone. Sorry, go ahead.
I might use some of these predictions in a month from today for next year.
Heck yeah, save them. I'm saving a bunch of these now. I have a bunch of notes here. I'm gonna save this for later, but I am gonna use a few. Use them when you got them, right? So for my prediction, and by the way, I'm not gonna go with anything Kojima, that's too much of a low hanging fruit. I'm like, that's too easy. I can think of Death Stranding 2 for PC or something, but like, no.
Oh, OD, man, OD.
OD, an update from OD. I'm like, no, that's almost like a guarantee-ish. So I'm like, I'm going to step away from that. And I'm going to go with one that their last game, which was like a weird shooter, didn't do that well. And I kind of want to see it do better. And they're kind of due for this is Remedy. And I want to see Control 2. Where is Control 2? It's been out for a while now, right? It won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, right? Control, the first one?
I
think so. Or maybe it should have. But
I don't think it won it at the Game Awards.
I don't think so. I don't think it maybe was the Game Awards. But when did Control came out? And I'm looking at it here. I think we're due for the next Control game. It came out in 2019. We're 2025. It's 6 years.
Well, fucking, you forget that there's an Alan Wake in between them.
Maybe that ruins Alan Wake is nothing old. Maybe that ruins it for me, yeah. But I'm thinking something Remedy. I'm thinking Control 2, but it could be something else. That's a pretty good studio. They're pretty good at keeping active in terms of announcements.
Don't they have
and releases? So
don't they have like 3 or 4 games in development? Like I think there is a Control game in development.
They have multiple games in development. That's my understanding.
Max Payne, the Max Payne remake is in development.
Yeah, the Max Payne remake. Yeah. And again, my understanding is Alan Wake 2 was not their main studio. They were not the main Control team. They had another team for that. Or it could be a new Max Payne or the Max Payne remake they could show as well. But I'm thinking something Remedy. And I'm being always generic. I'm trying to get the point, even though there's no point scoring system here. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Remedy's due for something, and Remedy's pretty good at the Game Awards. I think they've shown things from the past. So, come on, Remedy, come on. All right, any other things we can wrap up? I love these predictions, by the way. But we could keep going. So at this point, I'm gonna kind of limit us. Maybe go talk some of the awards to see if we expect something.
For these, normally just say 3 each, dude. Like, right? For like these, like they're quick and shorter. They're not like really predictions. I mean, I know it's just you and me, so it's like less overall. But like I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. Real quick, by the way, I don't know how much you've seen. You probably have seen these. There are a lot of huge rumors that Valve has a new game ready to announce, like a big game, because of the Steam machines. And you know what everybody's thinking?
The usual Half-Life 3. Or any
exactly. And I'm like, man, I do not believe it until I see it. I do not believe it. Like, no. Because they don't need the money. That's weird, but it's what it is. All right. Anyway, I wanted to mention that before. I didn't want to go away before mentioning that. People were talking about Half-Life 3 predictions here and there. And I'm like, we'll see. It's too big of a game to kind of announce at the Game Awards, but maybe it isn't. All right, real quick, awards. Do you want to do any particular predictions for the awards?
Nah, I don't know, not particularly. I feel like the safest bet is that Expedition 33 takes up probably most of them. Because I honestly think Hades and Silksong are just going to get robbed again. Like Hades, again, getting robbed completely. And like Silksong,
they're almost stealing points from each other kind of thing.
And like Expedition 33 is gonna coast by as like the darling or the fan favorite, and like all those fucking games deserve so much praise, dude.
Yep,
it's a good year.
I agree, and we usually have some like movie announcements too, or TV show announcements too. So we'll probably see some things on movies or anything like that, right? So we're bound to see some Hollywood actors show up on something on stage or something. All right. Most anticipated game is basically guaranteed to be Grand Theft Auto. The Grand Theft Auto 6 award is what it should be called. I love the nominees, though. Do you remember the nominees for the most anticipated game?
Yeah, like Witcher 4, Resident Evil.
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah, Wolverine. It's crazy. It's a very good list. It's like, I want all these games. We shall see. Yeah, they have things like Creator. I don't even know who they. No offense to them. I don't know who they are. I'm not connected to it. Kojima's dominated a bunch of things like studio. I'm looking at it here. Esport games. Those are some of these announcements are so weirdly done. Best ongoing game are weird always. But that's basically it. Yeah, I have nothing particularly. I really expect Expedition 33 to really run amok. That's such a good game. It deserves it. I think the voters are supporting it as well. And yeah. All right. You want to wrap it up, or what do you prefer?
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up.
All right. All right, so for our DJ Steve, it's basically what have you been playing? I don't know if you have even been playing anything. I know you've been busy.
I actually have a bunch.
A bunch. Okay, cool. We need to speed run this. We're at 50 minutes. We're kind of good, but we've taken enough time, so we can probably wrap up soon. So go ahead, give me your list of games that you have played, and any high level thoughts or questions you have for me.
So the first one I played last week. These are all in Game Pass. I'm missing one.
What?
Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. I thought I had 4 games in mind, but now I'm drawing a blank on one of them. So I'll at least say 3. Anyways, I played Ball X Pit. Ball Cross Pit. I don't know how you call it. Ball Pit.
Ball. Yeah, the X is silent. I think. But that game is amazing.
The X is silent.
Yes. What do you think?
It was pretty fun. It's kind of an interesting take on the breakout. Yeah, formula, pretty much. But yeah, it's not easy, which I like, and I'm still like getting used to it. But it's entertaining, and it has like decent replayability, at least for me, right? Like as you do builds, as you expand your I don't know, your little town or whatever to like gather resources, that stuff. Yeah. But I played another game that same day called Clover Pit, which is also on Game Pass.
Another pit game?
And that one is... Huh?
Another pit game?
Another pit game. Yeah, I know. I've been playing all the pits. So Clover Pit is a how do I say this? You know how Balatro took poker and made it into a roguelike?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clover Pit is like a slot machine turned into a roguelike.
Oh God, really? So, like, okay, I need to Google.
You literally play slots. Yeah, you literally play slots, and why am I getting some weird stuff? Anyways, you like play slots. And you like, you could buy items with your money to like change how it behaves and stuff like that. Like my first run, I like die really quick, and in the second run, I had like apparently a sick combo where I like, whenever I pulled, like I got increased luck, and then like if I got a certain item, it would like give me extra money. So it was surprisingly interesting. With like it's so dumb because it is just a slot machine, obviously, and like that. There's not much there, but yeah, I had a little fun, and just to go through it, the third one that I played was Halls of Torment. It's called. That one is again also on Game Pass.
Sure, it's not called Halls of Pit.
No. Or Pits of
I know this one, by the way. I know which one this is.
Pits of Torment would have been better.
So Pits of Torment.
Yeah. This is like Diablo meets Vampire Survivors. That's kind of like the way to explain it. It's like Vampire Survivors with a Diablo aesthetic. Yeah. And like, I think the boss fights are a bit more interesting, and like you control, you aim where you shoot. So like it has a little bit more quote unquote gameplay. Even though don't get me wrong, I love Vampire Survivors, as simple as it is. But yeah, I was having fun with that too. So there you go. I played at least 3 games. Oh, I remember the fourth one. I played a game called Nine Parchments with like Caesar and Danny. So I played some multiplayer games. There's a second Nine Parchments?
Yeah.
No, the first one.
All right. That's a pretty classic old game, yeah. But I remember that one.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but I never actually played it. It has friendly fire, and that shit is funny, dude. Like, you know what? I will take friendly fire in more games nowadays. If it's not like a detriment, like, because like Helldivers is friendly fire, and that it's like it has made for so many funny moments. I think stuff like God, I'm drawing a blank. Lethal Company has like quote unquote friendly fire, and like it's done well. Stuff like that, stuff like friendly fire, which is like universally hated, can have a purpose. just implemented correctly.
Oh, I just googled Nine Parchments. There is no second one. Sorry, I thought I could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a two.
I thought there was one, but never mind. I'm wrong. I'm really confused with another one of those similar like games. All right, Nine Parchments. Interesting. Cool. All right, perfect. Let me go real quick over my games.
I did a lot of gaming.
Perfect.
But I mean, as much as I can with the time I got.
I have also done a lot of gaming. Obviously, the Call of Duties, Fortnite, etc., Rocket Leagues. Those I spend those. But I did play 3 new things that I kind of want to talk about since the last couple of weeks. One is the most obvious one coming from me, and you won't be surprised by this. Is like Destiny 2 had a new expansion called Renegades. I jumped back in because it is Star Wars related. It basically gives you a lightsaber. So I'm like, yes, please. And it was on sale. And I'm like, you know what? I'll get this. I'll go back to Destiny. Basic standard stuff. Destiny is what it is. It's a fun shooter. I'll just play the campaign. I'm not gonna go to the grind that they have now. Apparently, grinding is much worse than it was 2 or 3 years ago. So, that's what it is. I'm back a little bit. Played a little bit, not too much. A couple of hours. First 2 or 3 missions of the main campaign. The other main things that I wanted to mention was this one is interesting. And Manny, this one's gonna surprise you. I played a little bit of Octopath Traveler.
I just saw it on your on like I was looking up like recently played games for me, and you show up on my list. And I saw that.
And I put a few hours into each that one and Octopath Traveler 2. Mainly because they were on Game Pass. They were about to leave Game Pass, and I'm like, you know what? Let me put some time into them. They're fun. They're cool. I went through the a couple of characters. You get to select them at the beginning. Combat's kind of fun. It's still like turn-based. I don't have the patience for some of these things. I'm okay with Expedition 33, but this one's... But they're really good games. I'm like, okay, this can be fun. Like for RPG fans that kind of like sink into it, that grew up with the Final Fantasy games, like the OGs before 7, and you still miss this type of games, these games must be amazing. These games must be godsend. Octopath Traveler 0 is coming out soon. I downloaded the demo for that. It's like a 3-hour demo, by the way, so that'll give me the feel that I need. So I was playing them; they were fun. Have you tried them?
No, I never did.
All right, that's okay. You'll get a chance to it eventually, I guess. And last but not least, I really
the
backlog time. Yeah, the only other thing from the backlog that I started, I went back, downloaded this because I remember playing it and I didn't like it that much. And I'm like, let me give it a second try. And I try to do this with a lot of games where I'm like, I have bad memories, like good memories. Like, why did I delete you? And then I re-download it again years later, and I'm like, that's why. I didn't like this. So I re-downloaded this game thinking, I didn't like it the first time. And that's Far Cry 6. I like shooters, as you know. I never really dived that much into Far Cry. And I wanted to try the last one. I'm like, you know what? I remember I beat 5, I beat 4, right? So it's like, it's not a problem of beating them. It's not a problem of playing them. It's like, I just dropped 6 almost immediately. So I re-downloaded it, started playing it a few days ago, and I'm really liking it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, perfect. Far Cry's back. Yay. So I'm basically playing it, feeling it like a new game. So I'm like, cool. And that's not to include my huge backlog. I did play some Metroid Prime 4 as well. That's the last one I wanted to mention. You had 4, so I'll have 4. Metroid Prime 4. Not much to say about that one. It's Metroid Prime. It runs real smooth. However, there's a lot of scanning in this game, like an insane, annoying amount. Maybe it's the first couple of rooms, but I'm like, God damn. And it feels so slow. Go ahead.
Having to unlock, like a bunch of the basic, what do you call it? The data logs or whatever, right? Yeah. Like, oh, this is a missile. Oh, this is a door.
Yeah. No, one thing I noticed is like I was opening doors, and every door you can scan, but every door is a new scan.
Oh, no, that's a big no.
I'm like, no. And like the walls, you can scan the walls. You saw this architecture. Apparently, the engineer wanted to add a line into this wall. I go, what? This is nothing. Again, maybe it's just the beginning of the game, but I felt like, God, damn, that's a lot of scanning. And again, all self-imposed. That nobody told me to scan anything. right? But just FYI. All right. With that, we can wrap up our DJ Steve's. Go real quick with our desserts. Do you have anything else other than what you have been playing that you and I want to cover?
No. We can go to the desserts.
No. We are at the desserts. I have made the decision. Oh, we are at the desserts.
Okay, you can't make it sound before we go over.
No. Before we wrap up, that's what I meant. Do you have anything that's not a game that you've been playing that you want to cover?
Yeah, I do have one dessert. I'll keep it brief. I'm drawing a blank on his first name. I think it's Katsuhiro. But anyways, Harada-san he has announced that he is leaving Bandai Namco at the end of the year. Harada, in case you're not aware, he has been basically like the face of Tekken for the past decade, I want to say, at this point. And he has been working with the Tekken team for I think the last 3 decades, so 30 years or so. So that is a huge hit, I guess, for Bandai Namco, right? That he's leaving. But I think probably for him, it's gonna be very just open doors and open opportunities to do other stuff that isn't Tekken. He probably as an artist, he probably still wants to do something, and that's why he announced that he's leaving. I'm not worried about Tekken in general, right? I think that team is still pretty solid, and I think at least for Tekken 8, he has kind of taken a step back, and other people in the team are doing more of the they're taking the being the face of Tekken. So this has been, from the looks of it, they've been working on it in the background. So it's not like a rough transition. It's been planned from after seeing the announcement. That appears to be the case. So I mean, hopefully good for him, right? And we'll see more of Harada-san in other stuff. I'll be very intrigued.
Yeah, good developer. I mean, Tekken is one of those staples. There's basically 3 fighting game staples. No offense. There's the big 3, and then there's everybody else, right? And it's Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. That's it, right? Everything else, you can have your Dragon Ball fighters, you can have your Marvel's Capcoms, but those are the big 3. We know what they are. So, all right, cool. No, very interesting stuff. My desserts. Do you have anything else? Sorry, make sure I don't.
No, that's it.
All right. Real quick, since we haven't done a podcast in a while, real quick, Black Friday came and went. At this point, I basically have a lot of games, so I wasn't looking for much. I probably got some things like Destiny. But I did get 2 new Pro controllers. I'll be making videos of those at CyberEric Gaming. I already have one of the videos up, and I already recorded the other one, so I'll be putting those up. Fun to play with Pro controllers. I like them. Second is more like a public service announcement. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, even if you don't care for Fortnite, you now have the Fortnite Crew, which gives you free currency once a month. It gives you 1,000 bucks in currency. You might not care for them, you know anything, but technically all you have to do is log in, and you don't even have to download the game. Just go stream it, log into the Fortnite game. It'll give you free currency for the now until you have Game Pass Ultimate. And hey, free currency, you can use it for buying characters, etc., etc. So if you want to, go grab that. And last but not least was the Dreams announcement. Or, lack of a better term, a fan created a Banjo-Kazooie game called Mumbo Mania, which is out in Dreams on PS4, PS5.
Yeah, I did see that. I forgot about that. That's so cool.
That is so cool. I'm probably gonna, after this, if I can do it tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna make myself a note to play it. I do not want to forget that it exists, and I do want to play that literally from start to finish. Because I heard it was like a great Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. Like this person, it's like a really solid 2-hour level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, complete level.
And I'm hearing nothing but good things about this, and it's like, what? And the person created, and Microsoft has not. By the way, this was Nintendo. They would have shut that down yesterday. Yep. Because it's on PlayStation, right? Because of Dreams and the whole thing. But no, Microsoft is like, nah, don't worry about it. So I'm happy for that, but I need to go see it before anybody shuts it down for whatever reason. So I need to go play this. So that's merely my to-do. I want to play this as much as possible. Super high props. Remember, Banjo-Kazooie Mumbo Mania is now out in Dreams on the PS5. So download Dreams. I don't even know if Dreams is free or if it's a paid game. I'm assuming it is.
It's paid, but it's on extra or whatever the fuck.
Okay, so go download that, figure it out. There's a bunch of good games in Dreams, by the way. It's not just that, but this is a crazy cool thing. So with that, we can wrap up. So I don't know, Manny, if you have our exit strategy.
I had it on the all right. As we end our gaming meal, we would love. My phone keeps not cooperating with me. I'm just gonna go with it. We would like to thank everybody for listening. If you want, you can follow Gaming Meal on most popular social media platforms. Feel free to share, give a follow, leave a comment, all that social media stuff. Also, please visit our website at thegamingmeal.com for more gaming goodness. That is all for today. Have a good one, everyone.
All right.